back in the year 16, when the first camera company was invented, Cave Rock Industries, there was problems even then. No flippy screens. They didn't even know how to make a hinge. And it hurts me. The vloggers of the caveman vloggers, they suffered the most. Today we talk a little bit about gear acquisition syndrome and what to look forward to when you already have, what do you buy? A Sony a7S III owner. You can't upgrade from that thing. We'll talk about all the gear that I do want to try.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
We have one of those days where the sun keeps passing by clouds, so if you notice it getting warmer and then cool, just enjoy that. I know I will in the editing process of life. So we're on the Sony a7S III with the Voidy Lander 35mm Tony 1.2 at Voidy 1.4. Just I might be in focus. He's out. So I don't know what it is. I have the perfect setup. I would never need anything more than that if I want to take it to the street. We got the Laowa. Couldn't get better than that with the 7,000 frames. I usually shoot in 1900 frames. It's not interpolated. Still fantastic. I have it all. I don't need anything more. I could shut this channel down tomorrow and everybody would be so happy to not hear my vlogging ass talk. But for some reason, the desire is still there to upgrade every single second of the day. I'm searching Amazon warehouse deals like, oh, look at that, 6D Mark II. $1,500 still? That thing should be $12, $12.95 if it was a foot. In my opinion, you should just stop your thought process. If you're looking for new gear, you already have something pretty good, just halt the whole thing. You don't need to spend money. I just bought that DJI Pocket 2. I kind of like it. It does look better than the Laowa color-wise, but it has its stupidness to it. The exposure bullshit. Hey, get it. Did I need to spend $750 on this, knowing that I already spent $900 on a phone with a $1,500 phone coming? No, I did not. So hopefully I can return it, and I might. I'm still debating it. It does look nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a piece of shit. But seriously, physical material upgrades, unnecessary at this time. Upgrade in here. No, not my hair. Don't you dare. That's perfect. It doesn't need upgrading. When it gets too long, you tuck it behind the ear. It gives a marshmallow look. That's good. That's what you want. We're going for this. I paid top dollar for this cut. But seriously, go learn more so you can bring more information to your audience. Stop doing the same thing over and over. I would never do that. I would never run across the street 700 times and think it's a good content show. I would not do that. But with all that hippie stuff aside, we have desires in our heart. Let's start with Sony, because we're on it right now. You can't get better than this lens. Admit it. Still, I wish it could autofocus. I think there's an adapter that makes it happen. I doubt it. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't suffice. I would like to have that 35mm 1.8, or dare I dream the G Master with the focus breathing, just game show host. Will it close in on me completely and I die? I mean, the odds of me staying in focus the whole show, impossible. I should stop it. Let's stop it. 1.6. 1.8. This lens sharpens up pretty harsh. In a nice way. At 1.8. We still get the glory back there. I would like to try it, but I made this decision already. I had the wide, I had the Tamron 17-28 and the Sony 20mm. And I was like, okay, to complement that, it was between the 35mm 1.8 or the Zeiss 55mm 1.8. I went with the Zeiss. It's a bigger difference. It's a better look. I don't need the 35mm at all. It's probably worse than the Zeiss in every way. Why am I even looking at it? Still, I'd like to try it. Where's Camera Canada at in these times? Haven't heard from them. You piece of sh**. I'm very happy with that Zeiss though. Let's switch to it. I prefer the 35. It's hard to light it. Even though this is just window light, you can almost not get back far enough. So the 35, I'm justified in desiring that lens. So the only other Sony lens I kind of want to try is the Laowa 14mm Tony 4. Just because it's so light, and super wide. I've never tried a 14mm. I've tried a 12. So, and I have a 12. It's a Tony 2. Super light, but I have to crop in on it. It's an APS-C lens. I wouldn't mind trying it. I do have the Laowa 15mm Tony 2, but it's so heavy. It's a better lens in every way, but that being light could be fun. This golden light piece of shit window. We're enough. It's a good shot. There's not random items on that table. I placed them there. It's art. When it comes to other camera systems, I wouldn't mind trying the Canon R5 800mm teleconverter and show you that the firmament of our flat earth dome harbors many secrets. There's water above it, and most stars are just shining water from behind. It's not far away. And I would show the world. There's no way Saturn is like 90 million thousand miles away. It's impossible. How could a little bridge can't? Oh yeah, I can see that. It's up in the dome, bitch. Although admittedly, Philip Bloom ruined my life and already did it perfectly better than I'll ever do it in 8K. So the dream died hard that day. Actually, the dream was born and died that day because I didn't even think of it. He's so creative. Damn you, Philip. That's the only Canon product I would even want, and I would need the new MacBook that's not even out yet. The Pro version of their silicon shit to even edit it. And that's not gonna happen. I can't even, the dream already died. Philip killed it, and then the computational technology stepped on it. I didn't say that weird. When it comes to Micro Four Thirds, I can honestly say there's not a Panasonic product that I wish I had. There just isn't. I've tried them all. I'm not missing the Panasonic S5. There's nothing it can do that I need that my other cameras can't do better. I'm sorry, Panty Boy, but I was looking, I was thinking, like, is there anything, a lens? Nothing. When it comes to Micro Four Thirds in general, the only thing I could even think of was the Olympus 45mm Pro lens, Tony 1.2. That could be fun. It's a little long and unnecessary, but it would be fun. And I wouldn't mind trying that 17mm again, the 1.2. We could have fun, but it's a 2.4. And I already have a 1.2. That dream died hard. Let's cross it off. When it comes to Fuji, I wish I had one. My God. How do you do it? There's a couple lenses I wouldn't mind trying, even though I've tried one of them. The 16mm 1.4, I think that's the lens. Is wide enough. Just not for vlogging. But for this, it'd be a nice little shot. I wish I had it. But people are overpricing it used, and so it'll never enter our lives. Because people are greedy and rough around the edges. I wouldn't mind trying the Viltrox 23mm 1.4. It's a little wider. They never had it. They sent me the 33 and the 56, and I think I'll never get it. They offered it for the Sony, but it's APS-C. I don't want to use a full-frame Sony in APS-C. Wouldn't mind trying that, and the Laowa 9mm Tony 2.8. I want to see if the corners are wobbly. If not, that'd be a fun lens. But they probably are wobbly. There's clearly not enough tone. So that's shit. The 8-16. I want to try it. It's way too heavy for its own good. And the funny thing is, that's a 12-24 equivalent. The Sony 12-24, both 2.8, but full frame Tony-wise. Advantage. They're almost the same weight. Lightweight crop lies. Befooled us. I should learn English. But really, the only exciting lens is that 16mm, and I kind of would wait for the Sigma. Apparently they're coming, so the same basic lens probably focuses better. So just wait for the Sigma. I forgot to mention the Olympus 7-14, which also would suck and is way too heavy. It's heavier than the Tamron 17-28, even though they're both 2.8. Makes no sense, but I'd like to try it. I wouldn't buy it. Things like $1,400 used. And also the Laowa 10mm Tony 2. That's a new one. It's light, not quite as wide as the 7.5mm. They actually reached out to me. I may have made a mistake. They said, I don't get this. They're like, do you want to review this lens, the 10 mil, Tony 2? I'm like, you betcha. I got the 7.5 mil. I love that lens. And so we're going back and forth. All right, I'll send it to you. Oh, by the way, we can't pay you in any way. There's no enumeration or something they said in Chinese or Japanese. I was like, oh, okay. That ruined everything. I'm used to getting offers here. I'm a big celebrity. A D list, if not a F list. F your list. I'm big. I can understand if Sony reaches out and they're like, do you want to try our 35mm G Master? It's like, okay, yeah, they're not going to let me keep it. It's like $1,500. But this is a third-party lens here. I'm used to like Viltrox. Hey, do you want to review this? And you get to keep it. What do I get out of it? I review your lens, sell it to my homies here, sell you a bunch of stuff, and like, okay, I'll leave. Can I have some water? No? Like, what do I get? I told them if they let me keep it, I'd be advertising it forever. If I like that lens, how many times have I said, oh, I'm filming on this? Affiliate links down below. And then somebody's bound to see, oh, wow, that looks amazing. Wow. This is the Viltrox 33mm 1.4 down below. So I don't get it. Laowa, you suck. I would love to try the Nikon Z6 Mark II with the 14 to 24 2.8. That would be fun. I want to see if the stabilization is good enough. That's wide. I like that. It's heavy, and there's no flippy screen, and no log. What the hell? It's such a shit system, but I want to try it. I haven't tried it. Only in the store once. It was pretty glorious. It's over-sharpened, Nikon in general. I can spot a Nikon video. It's like, yeah, there's that sharpening effect. An interesting item I wouldn't mind trying is that Ninja V recorder. Just because I could get the RAW from Olympus, I want to see it. And from Sony, although I've heard bad things about it. And it would be so clunky and stupid. It'd be fun to try though. I don't want it, but I would try it. I get so many offers to review camera monitors. It's like, I did one and I hate them. But if it could record and give me better quality, then you might have something. It might be worth the immense struggle it is to have that clunky piece of shit on top of your camera. But it's not. There's not much else I'd like to try. There's a couple phones I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. The Sony Xperia line, but I know you can't record external audio in it. And the Pro app doesn't let you auto expose. It's like, what's the point of it? Oh, I'm so manual. You can't see yourself. How you oh yeah, I probably nailed it. But honestly, the Huawei has the biggest sensor. It's our only hope. And even then, it struggles with the worst skin tones you've ever seen. Sometimes it flashes in the background. Sometimes it doesn't. You don't know what causes it. The variable frame rates and the audio out of sync. It has issues. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Not much. Let me know what you're looking forward to down below. I don't really care. So hold it back. I comment baited you and then removed it. It's like a ledge. You were gonna sit down and then I kicked it away. Take that. Just buy the shirt. So what, you're not a fan of the other channel? My dietary experiments. So what? Bacon could be healthy. You don't know it isn't. I'll leave. Look, everyone, I'm not saying it.